All right, good morning, cyber traders. Welcome back on this lovely Thursday. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the EDSA in the cyber group room. Honestly, this morning was kind of sucky. I got lucky. Thank God I got out of that INO trade, and that thing tanked. So I sold that right at the highs, but this is a stock we all doing really well on, the EDSA. She was a little bit of a late bloomer. She came in and she had that little nasty shake. You could see right around here at 12. She dropped down to 10, and then just bring up the little telltale window. All right. So when we were watching it earlier, you could see right here, once it broke out of that big resistance level, it was a huge seller right there, right at 14. Once it got through that guy, that thing was just off to the races. So took the guy out and then just literally popped. So that was a really, really good trade. I know, Andrea, you were just talking about it earlier in the cyber group room. It's testing that major resistance at 14. And sure enough, it kind of really broke it. But we're going to get back with the EDSA, and we do got a watch list. First of all, I want to go back and talk a little bit about yesterday because I did 2 YouTube videos, and I even did a little explanation, which I haven't posted in a while. But the Kodak, people looking at this Kodak, and they're like, how in the freak did you find this stock? I was getting emails, this and that. And you know what? I'm not a guy to put like feathers in my cap and brag and stuff like that. But the big thing that we teach you here at Cyber Trading University, and you guys know this, where there's smoke, there's fire. All right. And we were trading this, you can go back and you can look at the YouTube channel right around that when it made its big move. Was a Tuesday. All right. And then I'm sitting there talking to some traders outside in my house that live across the street. And they're like, some big pharmaceutical traders were talking about, about the Corona stocks. And he's like, and they're looking at like Kodak. Don't they make film? They don't even know themselves, because some people have a niche in certain markets. Some people don't even know that they do. But we talked about it. And he's like, and then they're looking at the market cap and they're seeing what this company's worth and stuff like that. Well, anyway, you could saw what happened with Kodak, because now people are like, well, it went to 60, it dropped down to 30, 33. The thing just came down crashing. But it's all about, hype. It's all about hype. It's all about speculation. Listen, it's all about supply and demand. And I hope that everybody here that was watching learned a very valuable lesson on supply and demand, because Kodak was the exact story of it. And for a lot of you probably didn't even know, even getting halts. This stock got halted, I think, 10 or 15 times. I have never seen a stock in my lifetime trading, probably once before, of a stock got halted as many times as Kodak did. It just got halted after halted, which is honestly really scary, because when the stock got, let me just bring up the chart here and show you what happened from yesterday. I apologize for that. But when the stock got around 60, this thing was just like, and it got halted. You're crapping in your pants, because you could see within a couple of minutes, it just dropped down to 25 like that. Could you imagine owning the stock at 55? Okay. And then you wake up, it's at 25, and you got out and you hit the sell button. The system sold you out. I heard stories about that. I heard about 1 or 2 stories about that. Not as bad as that, but I've seen it before. But anyway, we killed it. But don't worry about traders. This is like normal for us. This is normal. We get like 1 or 2 a month like this. Actually, I think the last one we traded like this was Nikola. Remember Nikola? And LKA. Let me just bring up that one. Nikola was the one that we traded here. Remember, it went from 30 and it shot all the way to about almost 100. That was probably the same thing. So we do get them all the time. So don't worry about it. There's going to be another one. Don't worry about it. And you're going to learn it here live. But I want to make a couple of shout outs, because a lot of people made a lot of money yesterday. And I want to just praise Scott B in the cyber group room. Scott bought the stock at 39. He got out at 52. Okay. He killed it on that trade. Nancy, you're doing great. Nancy made $3 on that trade. Jose made a $1.30. Who else? Josh did the coaching, and was with John. He made about $1.40. Pat picked up about $1 in pre-market. I killed it. I made several $1,000s and $10,000 on it. Everyone did great on it. But guys, if you go back to it right now, okay, was it KODK? Doing crap. It's doing crap. All right. So the party's over. There's a whole new party that's going on and new stocks to trade. So let's focus on that. And by the way, there were so many other stocks out there that other than Kodak. But honestly, Kodak was extremely volatile. If you weren't a level 4 trader here, you shouldn't have traded Kodak in the first place. Okay. You shouldn't have even traded in the first place. So, and don't worry, there's going to be plenty. But there were other ones out there that also did really well. We don't want to forget about the Tupperware. Tupperware did great. Tupperware went from 10 to 16, and it started at 8 o'clock this morning, right around 9:30. The thing did not stop until right around $12. And we've been trading it the last couple of days. We're like Tupperware, really? So Tupperware did really well. Another big winner, which kicked in today, which, by the way, was a great swing trade, which is KNDI. KNDI came out with news. Stock was at $5 or $4. It shot up, and you could see right here, ran to 8. After hours, it ran to 14. It hit 18, okay? Another really big, substantial winner right there. And by the way, she's on the watch list again, KNDI. But she was kind of freaking me out a little bit because she kind of like reversed. She had a big trend down, and she came right back up. She's testing there's a big support level at 14. Is she still out there? When she's still out there, I'm going to check her out. KNDI. By the way, keep an eye on that EDSA. It's still looking good. 28,000 shares buyer out there. We're going to come back and check that one out in a minute. All right. But what we got over here? Oh, just want to bring up the KNDI. Yeah. So that big seller, the KNDI, he's still out there. There's 14. There's a big buyer right there. So we're going to keep a close eye on that. It's got to break this resistance levels right here. But I do like the KNDI. The KNDI looks really, really. It's got a big seller, not too much, about 17,000 over here in the offer. You need to see. You got to watch the time in sales if he gets taken out. All right. So anyway, great day yesterday. But listen, forget it. That's history. We're not an indicator. We're not laggers. We're leaders. Okay. And what do leaders do? We lead. And how do we lead? We lead looking what's going on now into the future and get prepared. Don't cry over spilt milk. Okay. Let's focus on what happened yesterday. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention one last thing before we get through the watch list. Okay. And you guys all know this, cyber traders. Remember what I said? I said the CEO is coming out on Fox Business talking from Kodak. I said, this is what we look for. This is what it makes it run. As soon as they announced that, that's when Kodak shot up and went from 30 up to 60. Okay. And you know what? As a trader, you always sell right when the conversation is pretty much over with the CEOs. All right. So remember that. All right. So anyway, let's go through the watch list. So the EDSA, EDSA. There we go. So the stock's making higher highs. Beautiful stock, trending up beautifully. What else we got here? It looks like all the sellers are getting hit over there. Just watching over here, you can see it as I zoom in. You can see the buyers out here coming up. Look like it's running out of sellers. Really, really strong stock. It's up 223%. You thought we were kidding around that we trade stocks up this big. We always do. So I know a lot of you guys are doing great. Wayne, you already made about 13 cents or 55 cents, 10%. Made it twice. There you go. Who else? A couple of you else traded it. I got you know what? The chat is so damn long in the cyber group room. I'm trying to work my way down. But you're more than welcome, Wayne. So that one is doing pretty well. I want to keep an eye on the BLNK. It's getting warm in my house. BLNK, nice little trend right here. She's got some support levels right around that $10. You could see that stock has been a great swing trade. This is the Blink charging. You could see that stock right there from 3. It's up to 13. The pre-market doesn't look as good as the EDSA that goes though, but she's got that big resistance at 13. I want to keep an eye on that one, but that one looks pretty decent. CBAT. CBAT also up 36%. We've traded this stock too about a couple of weeks ago. This is a stock going from 80 cents to $1.60. She's got some decent pre-market trading. She's a NASDAQ national, so that's good. We're not dealing with a penny stock. We can tell by looking at the level 3. She looks like she's holding pretty strong here for about since 8:15 this morning, so I might not consider. This is actually a very good stock for beginners, okay? So if you're somebody that's just starting out and, you know, you got butterflies and afraid that you're going to take losses, this might be up your alley. Probably get all those butterflies out. You know, huge. I don't know what happened to this one. This stock had a great run up right around 7:45, and then she started tanking. So look at that. It was up almost as 11:50. She came all the way back down to 6:40. So I don't know what happened with that thing, but a lot of you remember the stock. The stock right here got gapped up from 7 with the 14. Same kind of head up. So we know this thing does go down. So it's probably, you know, short squeeze. I don't know, something like that. Same thing with the SBPH. This one had a nice little run up. And it all of a sudden started tanking. It was at 480, came back down to 260. So listen, just because you see these stocks gapped up pretty high doesn't mean that they're going to continue the glory. And obviously with some of these stocks, they didn't work out. But one really good swing trade has been the Overstock. We've been talking about Overstock for a while. I told you this. If you go back and, you know, and watch some of the YouTube videos, and you heard me talk about this all the time. This probably was the best performer of all Corona stocks. This one right here, hands down. Stock was at, in April, which is what? April, May, June, July. Less than 3 months, stock was at $4. It's up to 60. Now look, it's at 74. So this basically probably would take the cake up about 2,000% almost as the best ones. And we were talking about this. And how do we know that? Not because, you know, it's a good company, they start running commercials, whatever it is. When you understand how to day trade, and remember, you want to be a good swing trader, you damn well better learn how to day trade first, because what happens over the course of the day will trickle down to a swing trade. You want to be a good options trader? How the hell you know what option to play if you don't even know what the stock is doing for that day, or to swing trade? So you got to learn how to day trade first. And this stock was obviously hands down the best one out of them out there. Now, right. And then you're right, Patrick. And I was talking about the Wayfair, and a lot had to do with Wayfair, because Wayfair, Wayfair, even at 40, because remember, $44, big difference. I mean, it's at 240. So Wayfair, owns part of Overstock. So I said, you know what? I know Wayfair is expensive for some of us. Why don't we just trade Overstock? And those have been pretty great. For me, I'm still in Wick. Wick to me has been, I wish I got a little bit better, and jumped into something. I wish I'd risked as much money, but Wick's doing okay. I thought Wick did really well, and I think it's doing pretty well because everything you heard about all the social media companies up in Congress right now, they really, really hammered to them. And you know what? I hope they do something with them. I really, really do. And because if they do, a lot of these other companies like Overstock, like Wayfair, like Wick are going to capitalize on it. All right. EROS popped on earnings. Yeah, I could see that right there. I'm going to pop that on the watch list. Thanks for sharing that with me, Tom. EROS. Yep, looks pretty good. Once again, a lot of earnings coming out this week, guys. Look at your earnings calendar and see what's going on. But there have been some great earnings coming out. All right. We'll see how they're all getting affected from the coronavirus. And it's more or less not what their estimates are. It's what they're going to be projecting. That's what a lot of people don't realize it. It's not about beating or losing. It's about what they're projecting for the next probably going to be going into the second quarter, the third quarter. All right. All right, cyber traders, anything we're missing before we go? Anybody on YouTube that I missed? All right, so guys, do not forget, today is a very, very big day. And what I mean by that is today, let me just bring this up so everybody can see it. So today, I'm doing an open house Thursday at 12 o'clock. If you have not registered, you could do it right on our website. We'll post up the link right there also in the cyber group room. You can see the banners down at the bottom in YouTube. But everybody, come here Thursday. We're going to teach you basically how to trade today's volatile markets using level 3 and level 4. And, I'm here to open up and take your questions. We're going to have a great hour presentation. You got nothing to lose other than a gain. If you're a student of CTU, you guys know it. It's an excuse to get away from the computer. We don't trade at that time. So come out there, support CTU, and, and let us, let's see if it's for you or not, because remember, trading's not for everybody. All right. One last question. I got a trader in YouTube just asking me, what do you think of Solo? Okay, so Solo, I looked at it earlier. That story's gone and over. I mean, we got to go to the next victim. You can't be trading, Solo. It had a little bit of move yesterday, but this stock is finished. It's over. Focused. You got to cut your losers and you got to run with your winners. All right. Yes, we traded it. It went from 2 to 6, and then you see it drop down to 3 again. You're wasting your time. Don't take it the wrong way. I'm just being very honest with you, All right, guys? All right, cyber traders. So let's get ready to rock and roll. Let's get ready for the open. You got about a little less than 15 minutes. Go fill up your coffees. Go hit the restroom. And then, by the way, just remember, the stocks that we're going to watch, all of these, listen, we only need 1 or 2. Not all of them are going to move. So, we always find a brand new list that will show up once the market opens up. So be prepared. And remember what I teach you how to trade. You see something, you say something. All right. The only reason why you're part of my room is not to watch me trade. It's for us to make money together. Because let me tell you something. If it wasn't for several of you in here, I would have got crushed on certain stocks. Remember, you're helping me make money by me teaching you how to play the game. It's all a team effort. And that's how you become a very good trader. Once you learn how to speak the language, we work together as a team. And hopefully you guys enjoyed class yesterday. I know Josh did an excellent job talking about short squeezes, and obviously that's been a big topic. All right. Sorry for me blabbering. Good luck. We'll see you back at 12 o'clock here. Happy trading, everyone, and be safe.